With the fall of communism, Hungary has felt the growing pains of freedom. Inmates serving time for political crimes are fewer than ever before. Instead, Hungary has had to deal with problems previously unknown within its borders. Extortion, racketeering, mass murder. These inmates are entering Hungary's most severe correctional facility, Budapest's maximum security prison. The most dangerous and violent criminals in Hungary are housed here. Rapists, armed robbers, murderers. Due to a number of recent escapes by this new violent breed of criminal, security measures have been vastly tightened in all of Hungary's maximum security prisons. This officer monitors video cameras, motion control sensors, and sensitive alarm systems 24 hours a day. The Budapest Maximum Security Prison is armed with the latest sophisticated surveillance equipment, traditional razor wire, and even attack dogs. While most officers are not armed, sharpshooters with automatic weapons scrutinize the inmates' every move from observation towers. The sign reads, "Shooting area. Entrance is forbidden." Hungarian officials refuse to comment on how long this man has been in solitary confinement. They would only say he was extremely dangerous. No other inmates are allowed in the exercise yard with him. He's watched at all times.
I feel trapped in here. It is very difficult to live and to survive. I don't like anyone in here, so I don't talk to anyone. I think 99% of the men are guilty and deserve to be here. I don't feel worse than anyone else. I'm just existing, really.
Prisoners in this maximum security facility are under constant supervision. No one is allowed outside his cell without an escort. Inmates who refuse to conform to this strict code are placed in solitary confinement. Major offenders may serve up to 30 days under severe conditions. This inmate is serving a sentence for extortion. Prison officials would only say he was fond of breaking kneecaps. Ayman Watid is a Palestinian who was convicted of murder in Hungary.
I was having a fight with the Yugoslavians, Serbians, and one Serbian was dead, and because of that I got 8 years, and I'm now in prison for 5 years.
So is it bad here in prison?
Very bad, sure, very bad, especially for a stranger who don't know the language. When I came to prison, I didn't know Hungarian language. It was very difficult for me to have contact with anybody, to ask for my rights. So it was terrible. They don't respect that I don't eat, for example, pork and these things. So for more than 2 weeks, I eat only bread and drink water. They don't like us here in Hungary. They hate us a little bit because we are strangers. Not only Arabs, all strangers here in Hungary. They don't like us.
The small nomadic gypsy population in Hungary is a major problem for the prison system. While the gypsies comprise 15% of the general population of the country, they make up about 70% of the prison population. The gypsies are a stateless, wandering people that live by their own laws. According to a gypsy legend, God gave all the people of the world land and possessions except the gypsies. As a result, gypsy culture does not look down on stealing or thievery from other races and may even encourage it.
The majority of the inmates are gypsies. They are not here because they are gypsies, but because they committed a crime. They are criminals because of the prejudices and lack of skills they have to get proper jobs. So the only chance they have is crime. This has been a tendency in their culture for a long time.
The Gypsy Code of Silence prohibits inmates from speaking publicly about prison life. One inmate, however, went against the code and agreed to speak with us. Tibor Stoica is a 35-year-old gypsy who has been to prison 8 times and has spent 15 years behind bars. He is now awaiting sentencing on 3 different crimes.
Nincs szakmám. Nem tudok dolgozni, meg már annyit voltam bent, hogy egyszerűen már nem tudok megindulni. Nincsen annyi pénz, hogy megindulhassak.
He has got no skills, no profession, and it's impossible to get a job. And as he was here for such a long time, he cannot start in the society.
On this day, we followed Stoica to attend his parole hearing. Considered a career criminal who has spent more than half his life in prison, the board rules quickly against lowering his sentence.
Tibor Stoica is from the city, and he has quite a big family, and most of the members of his family are criminals.
In 1991, Stoica and 2 other inmates attempted a daring escape. Lieutenant Zsolt Dosa, who is now a shift commander, was a rookie the night of the failed escape.
They smuggled a piece of blade and cut the bar, which was very soft iron. But the guards noticed something suspicious and stopped it.
Guards have to be alert. Over the years, they have confiscated a number of ingenious homemade devices.
This is a tool, handmade tool made for making coffee. This is a fake knife made from wood, and it's not for fight, it's just to threaten other inmates. It's an explosive made from match heads. This rope was taken from a prisoner who attempted an escape.
The Hungarian prison system does attempt to teach its prisoners skills by putting them to work. Inmates make soccer balls, which are sold to the public. The money is then used to help finance the facility, a facility that expects a continued stream of new inmates who are arriving each day in record numbers.
In my opinion, many of the people who are in this prison got here because of the worsening living conditions outside. It is a big bad influence, so they have a strong chance to come here. For me, I have 2 children and 3 grandchildren, but they don't have a possibility of coming here and visiting me because of a shortage of money. It is my great loss.